Well, hello everybody and welcome to a new speed build. If you've been here before, welcome back. And if you're new, thank you so much for stopping by. I upload new speed builds every Sunday and new short videos every Wednesday. And it's all about Sims 4 building stuff on my channel. So if you're into that, definitely make sure to hit that subscribe button. And if you like this video, be sure to give it a like as well, because that does really help me out. Alright, so today's video is again a very special one because this is a collab with the wonderful Honeymaysims. Now, if you don't know her, she just recently started a YouTube channel and she has an amazing Instagram account. She is so talented, she's very active on Instagram and she has the most beautiful posts. I very much admire her for her style and her editing and just her building in general, and everything just looks so beautiful and cohesive and I just love it. So definitely go follow her on Instagram and also check out her YouTube channel. It's Honeymaysims, and I'll be sure to link everything in the description down below, of course. And by the way, of course, if you don't already, please follow me on Instagram as well. It's at Missy Motion and I post very regularly on Instagram too. So definitely go and give us both a follow. So yeah, for this collab we decided to do a build swap, and if you don't know what that means, basically it's just that each one of us builds an exterior. So we build a shell and decorate it and do basically everything that needs to be done for the exterior, and then we swap the build and we decorate or furnish the exterior of the other one, if that makes sense. So each one of us does do an exterior and an interior, but we do the opposite interior, if that makes sense. I hope you know what I mean. It's a little bit difficult to explain, but I'm sure you get what I mean. So this, what you see right here, is my exterior. Obviously, you can see me build it right now. And we decided to make two videos out of this because it's two separate builds, and it's just, I think, a little bit nicer if you have them in separate videos. And so we decided to make two videos out of this. So the next one will be up next week. So this will be a double treat for you guys because we have two videos for you. And obviously she built the interior for this build that I am showing you right now. It's kind of like a pastel cottage, and she just came up with the most beautiful interior. It's so girly and pink and just matches the exterior so well. So definitely make sure to check out her video on the interior as well after you're done watching mine. And as I said, I will link everything in the description down below, so definitely go and check that out as well. So yeah, as I said, I decided to go for kind of like a pastel cottage. So this is what I call it anyway. I'm not really sure if this is a cottage or if this is like more of a small castle. I have no idea actually, but I decided to go for the pastel cottage. And I actually found, as usual, I found some inspiration on Pinterest, but I merged two or several pictures together like I always do. So I find some inspiration and then I just go from there and kind of create my own out of this. So the color scheme was definitely inspired by a picture that I saw, and the rough shape also was inspired by a picture that I saw. And then I wanted there to be some big lush landscaping, and yeah, I decided to incorporate a waterfall. And yeah, I wanted there to be several levels. I've said that before, but I think a build gets interesting as soon as there are just several levels. And I think a good way to kind of make that work is by using terrain. So I just did that. I have, I think, 2 or 3 different terrain levels. And this just kind of brings more interest to the build, in my opinion, because it's just more versatile and it kind of, I don't know, it doesn't look as boring, I think. And yeah, so I decided to do that, and I added 2 pools, so the Sims can actually swim in there because I used only debug plants. You will see that later on. And the plants are all with no or a very small footprint, so I really made sure to choose only plants that have a very, very small footprint or none at all, because otherwise, because I knew I was going to do a lot of landscaping, and otherwise the Sims would have had trouble to get anywhere, basically. So that worked pretty well. That's kind of like a tip for everyone that wants to do a lush landscaping. Always make sure to use plants with a small footprint, and you should be good to go. And if you don't know what that means, a footprint is when you place an object, you will see like the tiles that the objects take up, basically. And sometimes you don't see a tile at all, like the green tile that shows up when you place something. Sometimes you won't see one at all, or just a very, very small one. And that just means that the footprint is very, very small, so the Sims can actually kind of walk through there. So yeah, that's what I did for the landscaping. And other than that, I did actually incorporate a lot of detail on the exterior walls. And I don't know if you saw that. Yeah, I think I already did that. It's a little bit hard to see because the quality is so low and it's also pastel-y and bright. But I think I already did the part where I used these, gosh, I forget the name. They are these things that you put underneath a roof for support. And I actually saw my friend Aria Faye use those as wall decoration. So she she had a build where she put them around the roof but on the wall, and I thought that looked so cute, so I had to do that myself. And I actually did that on the roof and also on the sides of the walls. You will see that later on as well, and I think that looks so cute. And we have these, I think it's base game, with these beautiful white, the yellow and pink swatches, and they're so cute, so I definitely had to use those. And here I'm working on this little glass tower because actually I did that in the end, but I wanted to include it here because otherwise I would have probably forgotten to talk about it. And I used these windows from Strangerville, and actually I placed a diagonal one tile room on the roof first, and then I added some windows, these Strangerville pink windows, and I used tool mod to turn them, to rotate them, and then just copy paste them and just rotate them each time. And by doing that, I managed to form this round shape. And after that, the room is actually still there, but I used some more windows and placed them so they overlap the walls. And then I just sized them down a lot with tool mod so you can't even see them. So that's how I managed to get that little tower. And I think this is kind of like a nice trick, because usually I've always had like these hovering roofs, and they would disappear every time that you place any wall or do anything to the exterior walls or whatever. And I didn't want to deal with that actually, so I thought, okay, what can I do? And if you place the roof on top of a room like you usually do, it won't disappear, obviously. So I came up with this idea, and I think it's actually pretty cool, pretty neat. I've never seen someone do that, and I think it's kind of cool to have this round tower, the glass tower on top. So yeah, I'm now working on the landscaping, and this is also a trick I do very often and I like to do, because as you saw, when you use the terrain, and this is a not so big lot, it's a 30 by 20, I'm pretty sure. I built this in Windenburg, and if you use the terrain and you put it on a very high level, you will have these weird edges that no one likes. We don't want to see those. And it's always a great idea to just cover them up with rocks, so you don't really have to smooth out the terrain, which can really be a pain. So you just cover them with rocks, and these are, I think, mainly, I think they're only Snowy Escape and Cats and Dogs rocks. And they are also rocks with a very, very small footprint, so you can't, so they're very easy to work with, and you can actually place them a little bit further from the lot, so you have actually more space than you normally would. And the Sims can actually work there as well, so that's why I use those. And here you can see me work on these decorations that I was just talking about. So I am using those on the edges of the walls as well, and I think that's just such a cute touch. And yeah, I did that because I just wanted there to be something on the walls. I think the yellow, pastel yellow, is very cute, but I wanted this to be a little bit more interesting, so I decided to use those, and I think it turned out really cute. Actually, this build is so cute in my opinion. I really love it. This is kind of like, when my boyfriend first saw this, he was like, okay, this looks like Barbie's dream home. And I was like, okay, yeah, maybe you're right. But yeah, that's not actually what I was going for. I was going for more like a fairy tale, magical, girly, pastel-y cottage thing. But yeah, I'm really in love with how this turned out, and I love all these girly colors, and that's really just my vibe. I love it. And yeah, now I'm working on the lights, and I decided to use those fairy lights from oh, I forgot what pack they're from. I don't remember. I'm not sure, but I used those, and I use those all around these open spaces. So everywhere where I place some pillars, or where, for example, this tower on the left, where it's pretty much open and there are pillars everywhere. So everywhere where this is happening, I place down these fairy lights, and I really love how that turned out. And I use tool mod for that as well. And here I'm just placing some lights to basically just accentuate the path that we have. And here actually I had to turn off reshade. Maybe you will notice a slight difference in color because I just couldn't deal with it. This build, as I said, is quite detailed, and it may not seem like it, but it is. And my reshade just it did not want to work, and I mean it worked, but my game was so laggy that I just had to turn it off for a second. So this is why this looks a little bit weird, maybe. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Maybe you don't even notice, but I do, and it really bugs me, to be honest. But yeah, I'm working on it, okay? Be patient, I'm working on it. Yeah, and now I'm just adding some more flowers, and I use these gorgeous, like, hanging flowers. I forget which pack they're from as well. I'm so sorry, might be Get Together. I'm not sure. Yeah, and now I'm just adding some more plants, and that's actually already it. I'm just decorating this patio, and everything else is up to Honeymaysims, and she did such a wonderful job. So as I said, I'll have everything linked down below. Definitely make sure to check out her channel and her Instagram account as well. And thank you guys so much for watching. I very much appreciate that, especially when you stuck until the end. I hope that you enjoyed this video and that you enjoyed our collab, or enjoy our collab. As I said, there will be another video next week, so definitely stay tuned for that. And yeah, that's actually all I have to say. Thanks again so much for watching. Please enjoy the cinematic shots in the end, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!